Hello everybody and welcome to the worst channel named AlphaRW. I would like to begin this video by saying that I'm sorry I've been gone for a while. My neighbors launched an anti-grade warhead on my house and I have a construction skill of like 2, so it took me a while to rebuild my house. And I ate without a table, so I went on a berserk rage against a battery and it blew up and I ended up in the hospital. But I'm back to explain how hydroponics work. Hydroponics are usually used for areas where it is too hot or cold to grow plants, or too dry, or anything else you could think of that would slow down plant growth. This video will examine how many hydroponics basins are required to maintain your colony and the ideal formation of hydroponics basins to achieve maximum crop output per sun lamp. Firstly, how many hydroponics basins do you need per colonist to keep them away from starvation indefinitely? This may seem like a simple question, but it depends on a lot of factors. For example, different difficulty settings will result in different harvest rates, and colonists with a lower growing skill will plant slower and are more likely to fail a harvest, leading to lower harvest outcomes. The harvest is also affected by what crop you're using. Some crops, such as rice, grow fast with small output, while corn grows slower, but gets you a lot more bang for your buck. Also, colonists that are already suffering from malnutrition will have an increased hunger rate in comparison to a nourished colonist. However, I conducted an experiment that can give you a rough estimate of how many basins you need for every colonist. This experiment was done on merciless difficulty with growers of diverse levels of skill. The seed I used was rice. The experiment was set up by having 3 people locked in a room with no basins, 3 with 1, 3 with 2, and so on up to 7 basins per colonist. I presented this experiment to the ethics committee. They said it was immoral to take random people off the street and lock them into cells where most of them would starve to death. I promptly said okay boomer and began my experiment. The experiment turned out not to work too well, but we can still extrapolate some conclusions from it. Many colonists suffered pyromaniacal mental breaks, got random illnesses, or were incapable of growing, leading to some variance in the data. However, it seems that normally past 4 basins, the amount of food in the cell would be produced faster than it was consumed, leading to a decent answer to the question we set to answer. For each colonist you have in your colony, you should have at least 4 hydroponics basins on merciless difficulty. Secondly, I attempted to determine the ideal formation to put your hydroponics and sun lamps in to ensure maximum crop output. After some trial and error with different formations of basin, the one I settled on looks like this. To construct it, you must first place a sun lamp in the center where you want your formation to be. Secondly, you place 4 basins around the lamp like this. Extend the structure out until it looks like this, then fill in the gaps to make it resemble a square. Finally, add hydroponics in the remaining 4 edges to create the most efficient hydroponic structure. The remaining 4 tiles that the sun lamp covers are to be used for heaters. Build a little wall around the structure to enclose it. With this method, you can create 24 hydroponics per sun lamp, enough to feed 6 colonists. That was the video. Make sure to dislike, unsubscribe, and get charged with mass homicide for locking 25 people into rooms for several years on an ice sheet on the North Pole and forcing them to plant food to survive.